Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20. Welcome to episode 46 of Direwolf20 Server Play Series on Forgecraft. Playing with Soren and playing with T-Love. Hello, you two crazy people.
What's up?
What's up?
How goes?
It goes well. How does it go with you?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm playing things and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a very, very basic setup with my MFSU. I just told it emit redstone if partially full or empty, and now it's emitting redstone signal. So my reactor's on. And that's the end of that. It's semi-automated. We'll just see what happens if it fills up. It should turn off the reactor when it's full. But we'll see what happens. T-Love!
Yes.
I heard we had a new bot on the server.
Yes, we do have a new mod on the server, which is good because it can distract you from, the unfinished building that I haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm actually really excited at the mods on the server, especially with all the new things I saw, which I had not even tried myself.
Ooh. Redstone circuit from Super Circuit Maker? Oh yeah, is this the thing? Well, I know
Basically,
we've got that's been here for a little bit. I just haven't played with it yet.
Well, if we get Blue in here, he can explain a lot better than me, so...
Working on it.
Okay.
Yeah? How Redstone Circuit Maker works?
Yeah. Not... Wait, Super Circuit? Or are you talking about Immersive Engineering?
Well, Soren's showing me Redstone Circuit Maker, but
Yeah.
I was talking about Immersive Engineering earlier.
Yeah, Immersive Engineering kind of, sort of. Actually, it didn't kind of, sort of. It integrated Immersive Integration into it because the mod author for Immersive Integration is a little busy.
Oh.
So he said, yeah, go ahead. So basically, Immersive Integration is integrated into Immersive Engineering now.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Also, there's other cool things, but I would rather let the mod author talk about it.
Sweet.
I don't know so much.
Ah, there we go. That works.
Oh, hello,
There you go.
Mr. Blue.
Hi.
How's it going?
I can explain Super Circuit Maker to you too if you want, but I think I'll leave that to Armor.
Self-explanatory. It's a lot. Okay, that wasn't. That's dire.
What's
It's okay.
going on?
It's okay.
Why is that?
Dire is just blowing through. Alright.
A little lightning, don't mind me.
Yeah, but why do I hear that
Lightning.
occurs?
A little lightning.
My armor's getting low. I need to make more of it.
It's like a bad time for my mixer not to get my controllers.
Poor Soren is trying to stream, and he is having large difficulties with sound.
There is so many different sounds coming from everywhere. It's hard to keep track of what everything's happening.
Like 4
Yeah.
hours now. Let's just add everything at once.
Pretty much.
And I don't have a proper charging port for my tablet or anything over here right now yet.
That's
I'm not being loud. I'm actually being surprisingly quiet because the rest of the house is asleep.
Still pretty good.
I got Blue now. He's fine. Balanced.
Yay,
I
my
think it was
armor's
just-
fixed. Yeah, so Soren, go on.
Okay. It's actually really cool. Take some of the... You just start right-clicking in the... You can kind of see the highlight inside the circuit.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I know you can like draw lines and stuff, right?
It's not animate on and off, which is actually really good in a lot of cases. Bad for the user in some cases, but good in terms of your lag in FPS.
Okay.
But you can draw wires. I can't actually see the wires right now, which is a little interesting. Next,
I
but
think that's just a desync issue.
It's yeah. It's
next in a
decent.
second, I guess microphone. But Emma's talking about having wires within the next update or so.
So like your thing has like a little thing on the edge. How did you do that?
So if you hold shift while you're highlighting, you'll see it adds a little bracket. It's input.
Okay.
If you want this to actually output, you have to go to the very edge of it and right click on that same block space where the little cell place, the tile. Like right there. Yeah, it connects at the end there.
No.
No. What? Yes.
I do not see how it works.
Why not? What?
Clearly
Different
a work in
tile.
progress mod.
If you crouch and you aim for the side or the edge of one of these subspaces,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't see it right now, but it's apparently working with that tile over there.
Oh, I think I got it working. Then Soren broke my block.
No,
Nice job, Soren.
Way to go. That's
it's
neat,
working.
though. And I'm guessing there's
You
other...
broke there are different components. There's whites right now that are kind of neat. I'm amazed that this isn't working. I guess it's with 2 players nearby. I don't know. Em and I were playing around this Wednesday.
You can place vanilla redstone torches on it as well.
Yes.
Oh, neat.
And you can turn them off and
and
on
levers,
based
yeah.
on how you configure the wires.
So how would I
can't
use this
see
to make like an AND gate?
So you'd actually let me build an AND gate somewhere where I can actually see this. But you'd build it as if you were building it in the world with vanilla redstone.
Right,
You'd
but
have-
building it in the world, I would have like a solid block down somewhere.
You don't
Or-
need a solid block.
You
no.
don't need the solid block?
You get the torch and it'll activate it. And then you have
Okay.
an input on the other side.
Because of how wires have an input and an output side you can configure, torches can be toggled off by giving them a signal.
Sweet.
Dire broke it. I can't see it now.
I'm playing. I'm now remembering how an AND gate works. So you would want like
Restoring lights.
this, and
It's weird I can't see it now.
you know what? Now
Like,
I'm
yeah,
getting the desync issue where like I'm putting things in there and it's not syncing.
Yeah, like it was working.
Okay, guys, we're back. So yeah, desync issues aside, I think Super Circuit Maker looks pretty neat. I want to play with it, but I need to have it not desync before I can play with it.
There we go. Go to Wild Face.
But we have Immersive Engineering!
Okay.
Engineer's Manual. Aw.
Always the first thing you get in immersive engineering.
I was going to say, I'm glad that you remember that one.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what it was called.
Ooh.
Read the
Fabulous manual.
That's
fabulous
neat.
manual. So much new.
So you have an in-game changelog. That's cool.
Yeah, that one doesn't work too well. It used to be like changelogs I actually wrote and were rhetorically pleasing, I guess. And that's changed. It's now based on GitHub. And because the current master branch of GitHub is 1.8, it obviously only gives you outdated information.
Right.
I'm not whitelisted on this server.
Ha.
Yeah, you.
Can someone
have been
whitelist
on-
Blue Sunrise, please?
I can.
No.
Spelled like it is in chat here.
Yeah, it's uppercase B, uppercase S, and with a Z. And no E.
Other letters.
I could give the UID, that would probably be easier.
It almost sounded like there was more irregulars than there were.
Try now.
It sort of is, Soren, which is funny because at least I
worked,
always
right?
get to correct people on it.
I just like the concept. Like we have phonics as a rule set, right, for English. I before E except after C, and then you get to the word like deceive.
I
Sign.
was never taught that, so I'm gonna just ignore that.
It doesn't work.
So I guess we should work on a coke oven first, right? That would probably be smart.
Possibly. Boy, am I glad that you built your village so close to spawn.
So then, T-Love, my question for you is an obvious one. What should or should I build this?
Build it wherever out there. I'm not really worried at the moment about that. I'm trying to get this stuff set up so we can move our things. So you can.
You
do
heard it here
whatever
first,
you
folks.
want.
T-Love said build it wherever.
Build it wherever.
You'll regret that.
I don't care right now. I'll probably will regret it.
Exactly Dyer's mistake. Hey, so
What?
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that was a dire mistake. He was the one that said, "Oh yeah, you could totally have our stuff," which I am perfectly fine with. If Soren will clean up his junk.
You're perfectly fine with it, yet you keep reminding him of it.
Yeah,
Soren chests everywhere.
I'll remind him forever
Soren
if he
chests.
doesn't clean it up.
Where
That
in the
one
world
circuit
am I going to
When
put
we
coke
allocating
ovens
this?
and other immersive engineering type
Well, that's
stuff.
already a lot better.
You know, the mob prison
Yeah.
has a lot of free space.
Yes, the mob prison does have a lot of free space.
Closing IntelliJ definitely helped. Actually, closing Firefox probably also helps.
And then we want the engineer's hammer, right?
Yep.
Hammer! Go, Kevin, get.
Ah!
I think he's hammered. Or Marvel.
It's a Marvel reference. Most of the IE achievements are references. I think all of them, actually, somewhat.
Most turns to all. Okay.
Let me check. I'm actually not quite sure myself. Not all of them, I guess, but a lot. Oh, I need to fix the item renders. Good to know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just looked at the achievement screen and all the multi-block achievements are kind of borked. They don't render correctly anymore. But I can fix that.
Now, Immersive Engineering
Not right.
had a liquid storage block. Does it still exist?
It still has. It has the wooden barrel and the metal barrel. Wooden barrel obviously doesn't take hot fluids because you don't want to put those in wood.
Gotcha.
And you have the tank as a multi-block fluid storage.
Thank goodness. Finally something to hold liquids.
Wait, what now?
We finally have something that holds liquids in a huge tank form instead of it just being a one block form.
Friendly
Is it
reminder,
called
it
tank?
only holds 512 buckets because I figured that's the most people usually need
Okay.
if you're not playing. certain
Like
packs.
Neat. Well, I've got a basic creosote setup going. So we got
was fast.
going. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just making coke ovens. Who is like jetting terrain or being
It's
slow?
not where it's going to go. He's doing pretty down.
Anyway.
I'll be right back, guys. Do I look strange to you, Blue Sunrise?
No, I've seen Way of Time's armor quite a bit. Why?
Is that what's rendering for you? Because that's not what's rendering for me. I have a pressurized
Definitely
fluid
what's rendering
conduit
for
on my
me.
head, and I have a lever for a chest plate, and I have the advanced charge porter for leggings, and I have an iron cobalt hammer for boots on my screen.
Well then.
Interesting. You usually don't judge people on their clothing, but alright.
Right? I'm gonna reconnect. All right, so relogging fixed it. All right, so I'm gonna see
I'll
if I can.
definitely test that though.
I'm gonna see if I can duplicate that issue.
God damn it. Where's the coke oven? Because I don't have travel stuff.
It's if you just go out our house,
Is it
you'll
in
see
the
a giant castle.
Yeah, I know the mob prison.
It's in there, yeah.
I'm roughly aware of the layout of this quite laggy base.
Might have fixed that sound you were hearing. I'm not sure to.
We can still hear it. Oh, you
Yeah,
fixed
we
it.
still
Okay, so it totally happened when I right-clicked. Like, I looked at my armor, I right-clicked with the hammer, I looked at my armor again, and it's dirt.
Whoops.
I'll be right back when we log. Alright, guys, we're back.
Zorn.
MFSU's almost there. 3/4 of the way full. Mob prison. So I guess the other thing we would want is a coke oven. We want the steel production thing, right?
Yep,
Blast
blast
furnace.
furnace. Which we want to get the improved blast furnace as soon as possible.
Right.
You probably can get that already, given the fact that you have steel from IC2.
Correct. That's what I was thinking.
True.
Let me check something. Yeah, you want to make the normal one first, though, just so you can keep the achievement progression,
Okay.
if you care for achievements.
Achievements.
So we need
right
more
there.
nether brick.
What just hit me? Oh, bees. Great.
So I can smelt
Silly bees.
netherrack for that, but I can also extractor those. Well, I'll just smelt the nether brick. It'll be fast enough.
Oh, hold
All right,
on.
back in a second once smelting has completed itself. So I gotta say, Blue, I do kind of like the little clippy guy you got going on here.
The what? Sorry.
Clippy.
Oh. So,
What do you call him? Don't you call him someone else, Blue?
Wait, what now?
Clippy.
Oh.
Yeah, a little.
yeah, it's
I got you.
he's
I got you.
paperclip.
Yeah.
He's technically the search function of IE. It just devolved from a very bad joke I was making with Atomic Blonde, and then the feature stayed.
I think it's
Best feature
cool.
ever.
It's not very helpful, but then again, that kind of matches the original.
Faraday boots. What?
Yup.
Wait a second. Are the things that you gave me back in 1.8 in here?
Maybe?
Is my Nerf gun still here?
Yes, it is. It is still just as ineffective.
Yay!
You're also the only one to have that problem, although I have.
Oh, I totally
threatened
need to
other people.
relog again because I used the hammer.
But still, I do have triple fun.
Okay, we're back.
But I have double. Okay.
And I've got steel. Now, so I have a question for you, Mr. Blue.
I might have an answer for you.
I'm gonna die.
Which block of the multi-block is actually handling the ticks?
That depends on the multi-block.
So for the blast furnace,
The middle.
like the absolute middle,
Yes.
or the one that has the picture of the flame on it?
Nope. The central one.
So the one that I can't right-click with.
So
the...
no, your cheesy root speed off staff won't work.
I
know
knew exactly where I was going with that.
Oh,
I know exactly where you're going with that.
you actually should have seen that one
I can
coming down.
consider
To be
myself
honest.
fortunate because most IE's multi-blocks have its ticking tile entity in the middle, so you can't get to it.
Oh, hacks.
I'm very proud of that.
That's good. Good.
I would like to point out that I have had, not with my mod, but with other mods and cross-mod integration, very bad experience with tile entities speed up things.
Yeah, no.
Block tick speed ups are fine, like Lily Pad of Fertility and stuff, and Watering Can. They're right because those ticks are sort of meant to be sped up or can change depending on world tick and stuff. But tile entities are designed to only update once per tick.
Yeah.
So I've never been fond of things that change that.
There's an excavator now? Cool.
We were
Because Wade has
infusing.
been around for a while. It's the thing that digs out ores from anywhere, basically.
I don't know
it's
that
the
I've ever
mineral
used it,
veins. No, actually, I don't think you have. I set one up back in 1.7 in our digger age, but
Yeah.
wasn't used much. It also changed quite a bit, so it might be cool to discover that again because the core samples actually dropped as items now, and the samples are different based on which ores it can find in the ground.
Nice. All right, we'll be right back, guys. I want to decide what I'm going to do next. All right, guys, we are back, and my nuclear reactor turned itself off because my MFSU is full.
Sweet.
Everything else wouldn't have been good.
All right, now back to the mod prison. How's my steel production coming along? Not bad. Not bad at all. But I lied. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do next yet. I think I might want to do maybe some look into power gen. Is power gen working?
Sure.
Okay.
Power gen, power transfer, all it is in.
So power generation, I can do kinetic dynamo. So I can do windmills, right? And I can do water mills.
Yep.
Um,
You can also do thermoelectrics.
all right, guys, we're back, and I'm getting stuff. I think I need copper plate, copper wire, kinetic dynamo. We only need one of these for now. So I'm gonna need you to refresh my memory on some things, Mr. Blue.
Gladly.
So the water wheel needs steel, and it needs water wheel segments, which need treated wood. So that shouldn't be a problem, right? That should be easy. We just go in here. We've got our fluid tank with a whole bunch of creosote in it, which is cool. And then we basically just do treated wood, right? In theory, that's correct. Let's see if that's enough, and if it's not, we might want to look into auto crafting. So water wheel segment, we need 4 of these. Perfect. Nice. So what I'm thinking is I could just put a water wheel like right outside the back of our thing, and it'll look nice. How do I rotate the copper coil? Oh wait, it's not a copper coil block that I want. I want to use that to make the kinetic dynamo.
In theory, a hammer should work. If I have not yet properly implemented that, you just have to place it correctly.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to come see how I just placed it? Hintity hint.
Yes. Assume you're near the mob prison still.
Yeah, I'm kind of near the mob prison. I'm at the powerhouse, which is right next to the mob prison.
No. That's the wrong exit. Hello? Oh, there you go.
Hello? Find me?
Yeah, that should probably do the trick.
Right, and then power goes out the top, right?
Power goes out anyway.
Okay, cool. So now, my problem is I can never remember how to like build the structure around it so that the water flows properly.
Well, for one, I'd recommend using chisel and bits to make it look nice, but I get the feeling you're going to leave that to T-Love.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally his job. The other thing I'm going to say is, I might be wrong about this, but I feel like I'm not, unless I'm missing buckets somewhere. I think when I crafted the planks, I did not get the buckets back. And I can go test that like right now to be sure if you want.
But I will look into that.
Let me see how wrong I am about this.
I'd say try it in a vanilla crafting table in order to confirm that it's not an EIO thing.
I can do that.
Or I don't know if EIO maybe immediately pulls it back out or something. So I'd say yeah, try it in a normal crafting first.
Yeah, no, it ate it in Tinker's Construct crafting station as well.
Oh, okay. Well, Tinker's works basically the same, so
Yeah, it ate the bucket.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
No worries. I'm just bug reporting. That's
This
what
is
we're here for,
Forgecraft2 is a
right?
dev server.
That's what we're here for, right? Bug reports.
Yeah. Also,
Alright.
where IE is not released yet.
Yeah, exactly. Bugs to report. All right, so basically, water's gonna flow on. So these are gonna be water blocks, right? Like this. And then it's gonna want to flow into here. Cool. That
Yep.
should be accurate, right? Those are where we want the water blocks to all be. Anywhere else would be a
Yes.
detriment, correct?
Yes, somewhat. If you block this corner with something that isn't solid towards the sides, so if you put like two chisel and bit, no, like a chisel and bits thing there, it should work. And you put the water source on top of that, it will give you one more flowing block, which it's a really minor increase, but
So where this brick is right here.
basically cobblestone won't work. You'd place the source there,
Right.
and that would give you the first flowing block on the first stone brick. Which
So if I were to
is
put like
a marginal
bit
increase.
here and a bit here.
Yeah, that should already prevent water from falling down, as long as you just fence in the sides.
Okay. That's cool. Yay for chisels and bits.
First time I've heard the new bucket sounds, actually.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of new sounds.
Yeah,
Good.
it's just the first time I've heard them. I was like, alright.
So good.
You know, but yeah, they're actually pretty nice.
The rain sound. So good.
Rain sound much better than what it used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's still very irritating, but it's not as bad.
There we go.
Oh goodness, it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Goodness
not for
indeed.
me.
What time is it
No,
for you
it's
now,
1 in the
Soren?
morning for you because Finland
Nope.
is 1 hour behind me.
Nope, it's 3 hours. What?
Wait, no,
Oh,
you're
sweet.
an hour ahead, of course.
I'm ahead.
You're an hour ahead. Britain's an hour behind me. It's not how geography works.
I mean, we could reflect it and it would be fine. Then you're right, but I don't think the world would be
You're-
happy when we did.
You're absolutely right. You're an hour ahead of me.
The only reason I know this is because I looked at my clock. That's the only reason.
Are you still on American sleep schedules then?
No.
Hey, you're just pulling in long night.
Yep.
So that should be cool. I am trying this with chisel and bits, even though I'm not being at all fancy with my chisel and bits. I'm just literally placing one bit
All about
down.
not having the water fly everywhere.
Right.
Tila for Die, who if you did the like deep resin cellar below this?
Yeah. Wait, where are you looking?
Well, I'm here where there's no more ladder and I'm stuck in a hole.
Yeah, we haven't, yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Alright, so in theory this should work.
Can someone toss me a rope or something?
I'm coming,
No,
hold on.
you're on your own, buddy.
Coming. I got you.
I could nerd pull out, but
No, I got you.
it's even worse.
I'll give you something.
I have spare wings if you want them.
Nope. I just like creative flight.
Well, it's not really creative flight because you don't have power. So you're just like, here's wings. It'd be kind of like sad.
Alright, let's see how
See,
much
Tila,
I've
now
derped this up.
Very briefly regret removing that feature.
What?
The grappling hooks.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, that's kind of impossible for you to get up here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I was saying I could nerd pull out, but that would have looked terrible.
There you go.
So at the bottom block here I want this.
Thank you very much, sir.
That out.
And you walled yourself
Or
in.
not. Okay.
Flight's gone. Let's sleep real quick.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to nerd out. Let's not do it.
I'm sleeping
Can you
so that
place
we
ladders
can fly
on
again.
the deep resonance blocks?
I don't think you can, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, try.
Nope.
Can you like crouch click?
It's so weird looking, but yeah, there you go.
Yes. Oh wait, yeah.
Ah, I need to get down there as well. Okay.
You've seen the cavern, right?
Hmm?
Seen the cavern, right?
I've actually not seen it since completion. You mean the one with the crystals in it, right?
Yeah. What?
No, I don't think. Oh, I saw you when you first built it, and you were filling the dense obsidian with the liquid sunshine.
I literally have 10 frames being here. This is ridiculous.
Interesting.
And yeah, the liquid sunshine.
I so hope it's not my fault. I'm
Oh.
surprised it's not turning.
Oh.
Should be
So
turning.
that should be good, right?
Theoretically, yes.
So it's going that way or the other way, or does it matter?
It shouldn't matter, no.
Do you want me to see if we're getting power?
I was gonna say, yeah, hook something up and see if we're getting power if it's just a render bug. Might be just a
So
render thing between servers and clients. Either that or Chisels and Bits is blocking this for some reason. In which case I'll have to look into it more.
So in theory, I can just put a capacitor bank right on top of this kinetic dynamo, and it should start filling up, right?
Yeah, it should. It's not. Huh, alright. Try moving the fluid one more back and see if that one Chisel and Bits corner there is actually blocking it after all.
So basically, I should
Have it start one back.
like here,
Yeah.
and then get rid of the bits that's underneath it.
That one.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem like that did it. Update. Nope. Huh.
Are we sure the kinetic dynamo is placed the right way?
Yes, the kinetic dynamo is definitely facing the right way. It only has one coil side,
Okay.
and that's only facing. Check capacitor on it again.
I'm gonna put a connector here.
Oh, that is actually an excellent point.
What?
Let's make some IE connectors. So I think I'm only outputting immersive flux, not redstone flux.
Oh,
So what do I have to make?
Just low voltage wire connectors and a bit of copper wire.
So 2 LV wire connectors, correct?
Yes. The crafting recipe. should
And
make
LV
8.
coil wire, right?
Yes.
And then in
Which-
theory, I can just run something like this to...
Given
now,
the fact that you've already made
now will I
copper
be able to
coils-
connect it to a capacitor bank if I do this?
Yeah, that should do the trick.
They're not supposed to be
Oh, it's
black,
not
right?
There we go. It's working.
Oh, nice. So it is just a render bug. Cool.
Birds.
And we're getting
Wire.
25 RF a tick. Does that sound
The
about
black
right?
render bug is actually surprising because I thought I fixed that.
Well, it happens.
Ah, good news.
So 25 RF a tick sound about right?
I don't know. Forgot the calculations.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm getting what I should
Yeah.
be getting.
It's not rotating, so I'll look into that. It's probably desync.
So what I'm going to do is
probably
put this
not
back and
improve
see if
the
that
bug.
works still. So is it not doing RF a tick now? Yeah, it's slowed down to like 2.
Between two.
So let's see how much this does now.
It should be a marginal increase.
Cool. Still 25.
Yeah, it's not even enough to show. It would possibly show if you stacked 3 wheels.
Right. So 3 wheels out on the same dynamo still works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, then I am going to prep that off camera. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. 2 more water wheels. Ready to roll.
mess is real over there.
So in theory, this should pretty much work. But now what I'm going to need to do, so we're going to want, so this block I'm going to remove this bit as well. But we're going to want bits behind this one and this one. And underneath this one and this one. And then we're going to basically want to have bits on the outside. So I'm going to place these all off camera. We'll be right back.
I mean,
All right, guys.
I actually haven't gotten any. We can check my core real quick.
The problem is if the retrogen didn't work, this world does not contain nickel or aluminum. Sorry, aluminium.
Okay, I can check real quick.
Well, worst case, we can always generate a new RF Tools world.
Yeah, that would probably work. If my world gen isn't entirely
I don't see
broken,
it.
which I don't hope it is.
You never know.
There may still be some, but it's not in this. Out of a.
Yeah, I might just be getting unlucky, but it doesn't seem like there is any.
Out of a 3x3 chunk area, there wasn't any.
Where are we? We're at Y level 10. That might almost be a bit too deep.
That is pretty cool. So now I should be getting around... So I'm getting 66 RF a tick. Does that sound about right to you?
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Shouldn't I get 3 times? Shouldn't it be 75 since I was getting 25 before?
The flow vectors chain. Actually, how many water sources did you place?
3.
I think they somewhat influence each other, but I'm not sure. The like math magic behind Minecraft water source stuff is weird.
Gotcha.
Let's go for that.
Fair enough. So, weird magic. Blame the weird magic.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I see a problem. Only one
Yeah,
of
there's a corner piece
these.
there.
I see. Hold
Yeah.
on. I think we probably want this to be the case. So now is that going up to 75?
That's 66 still.
It's going,
Oh,
it's climbing,
there
it's
we go.
climbing. Yeah, 75 RF a tick. There we go. There were 2 pieces of it that were not functioning properly. But it's fixed now.
Yay.
Nice. So hey, 75 RF a tick without breaking a sweat. That is in addition to the photovoltaic cells we have on top. I just have to hook it into our power system at some point, some way. But for now, I mean, water mills are working, just not visually working. But that's cool. All right, let's come back in a minute.
No, it
Okay,
looks like a-
so Soren made it look ugly, but it does produce a little bit more. 82 RF a tick now.
Doesn't look ugly. It looks like a little rapid
To be
kind
fair,
of.
yeah, that
I
fits.
mean, my chisel and bits are not gorgeous by any sense of the imagination.
I like this.
Still better than that.
I'll be the judge of that since that's my expertise right here.
Like, they're not even a little bit lined up with each other.
No, they're just like haphazardly placed to make the water stay.
Yeah, no, like, they are horrible.
But at least the water's on the right side.
But that said, guys, I think it's wrapping up point for the episode. So, Woot, Immersive Engineering, now on server. Get to play with lots of things. I definitely want to, over the course of the next episode or two, expand my Immersive Engineering stuff, but I don't want to forget T-Love's request for Quantum Armor, so we will definitely be continuing to work on IC2. So it'll be IC2/IE2 for a little bit, playing around stuff. Well, not IE2.
It's not
but
IE2.
IE, you know what I mean. Words are hard when you're talking and thinking at the same time.
IE2? Yeah.
That's fine.
Yes. But for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.